Donald Trump is back in that Manhattan courthouse this morning. There he is, just arriving earlier. And his defense team is presenting its case still in the multi-million-dollar civil fraud trial. Trump himself is scheduled to be back on the stand on Monday. Joining us from that courthouse is MSNBC's Yasmin Vossoughian. Also joining us, MSNBC legal analyst Danny Cevallos. So, Yasmin, Trump hasn't been in the courtroom for the past month or so. Do we know why he's there today?
We got a couple different theories. Obviously, you just showed the video of the former president addressing a press outside that courtroom before he walked in and using the usual things that we normally hear from the former president, calling this a witch hunt, talking about the valuation of Mar-a-Lago as well. The theories that we have, Anna, as to why he's here today are twofold. And part of it is connected to the two top stories that you led with your show. And that is he wasn't on the debate stage. His choice last night, he's running for re-election as president of the United States. And this is certainly a place in which he can, quote unquote, campaign, as we're going to see throughout the year in the lead up to November. The other is the individual who's going to be testifying today and tomorrow. He's expected to testify over 2 days, although Friday is only a half day in the courtroom. His name is Eli Bartov. He is an accounting professor at NYU. The expectations of his testimony, Anna, are that he is supposed to talk about the valuation of properties and how oftentimes in accounting practices that valuation is subjective. The former president, his defense team as well, think Eli Bartov is a secret weapon. The question with Judge Engoron is whether or not he's going to see this testimony as repetitive, though we're getting an understanding of the judge in that as he's looking ahead to the decision that he has made here. He doesn't want to risk.
We have a live picture right now of Donald Trump inside the courtroom, or this, I believe, actually is a taped video of him just moments ago after he arrived inside the courtroom. And now I'm confirming it is live. So there he is sitting at the defense table alongside in the middle of his two lawyers. You see Chris Kise there on his right, your screen left, who's been his lead lawyer in the defense case as it's been presenting their case at trial for the last couple of weeks. Yasmin, please continue.
Yeah, so Judge Engoron essentially could look at Eli Bartov's testimony and say, well, this is repetitive as to what we've heard from other defense witnesses. However, Engoron doesn't want to risk a reversal here, right? We're getting to the end of the road here. Looking ahead to Monday, after Eli Bartov is finished testifying tomorrow, our expectations are the former president's going to be testifying on Monday. We have not heard anything that won't happen. But we'll believe it when we see it, right? The former president testifying on the stand on Monday. After that, we're going to get a rebuttal from the prosecution, which will only last a couple of days. And then closing arguments, preparation for closing arguments. The former president's defense team has asked for a delay in that. So we're not going to resume court until January 11th after the holidays, in which we'll then hear closing arguments and then a decision from Judge Engoron in the weeks after. And let's remember here, the decision has already been made by Engoron, and Danny can talk more about this. This is more about the damages here, right? He has already found the former president civilly liable. We've talked about this over and over again, repeatedly on the air. This is going to be about the money, and it's going to be about how Trump Org can move forward operating in the state of New York, Anna.